This is our last episode of the podcast for a while before my well-deserved hiatus. But that doesn't mean there's a lot going on out there. Look, I'm not about to say that graduating from school was easy. It was hard because I was so hard up and not willing to tone down who I am and what I do. Because of this fact, I naturally have an opinion about these Hallmark moms spending mills on getting their kids into the best schools, an opinion that later I will expound upon until she's wet like a swimming pool. I was in one of these Hallmark films once. It was called Mary June Finds Love on Easter. Normally, all Hallmark films are pretty terrible, but this one I was in is the best one that they've ever done. My character was essential to the plot so that the Ben Affleck of the movie could realize that there's not much more to love than crack cocaine. Real quick, Pop, I asked Candy to give me a coffee like half an hour ago. You think she's balls deep in some doughboy?
Well, that depends. Do my pits smell? Does my butt reek? Do my little piggies need a bath? 'Cause one time I came in this sock.
You know, sometimes I'm almost entirely convinced that women are useless whores in general. Oh, hey, about to... Candy, what the hell was that about? Oh, God damn it, this is only my job. How I make a living. Oh, God, damn my eyes. Man, now we're probably not gonna do anal. This is the Cowman's Country Slaughterhouse.
Country Slaughterhouse.
A show that was set you straight, cock the trigger into place, wait until the lights turn on, and ass blast him, going yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. We show up at Beto's house and take a fast shit all over his grody face.
This episode of Cowman's Country Slaughterhouse is brought to you by the Boomer Foundation. Stay alive, Boomers.
It's real tragic, you know. I was out with my family last night. By that, I mean Candy and my friend Billy Corgan. And we're out eating. All of a sudden, my phone begins exploding. And I look and I'm like, oh my God, there was a shooting in New Zealand. And my friend Bill goes, no fucking way. And I said, yeah man, about 50 killed. And we just looked at each other and stared silently. Later on in the night, Billy and I were at his place, and he was playing me some of his new music he's been working on, and we talked about Columbine and just how devastating that was and how god dang sad it was that no one addressed the real problem. So, before I say I told you so, I just want to apologize to many families who lost a loved one, and my sympathy goes out to you, and I will pray that justice befalls the terrorists that attacked your home, and I will pray for you. Now, when shootings happen here, it's racist for me to say terrorist, and it's Islam. Now, I'm air quoting with my fingers here for the audio listeners. Islamophobic to say it's ISIS trying to wipe out Western culture, and that we need to stop and destroy them before it gets any worse. But that's how the left puts it. They go, well, they have their own culture, they have their own beliefs. Yeah, and it's the rape and kill, okay? I know we have a lot of small shootings here in the USA, and sometimes we get something like this that's at a massive scale, probably much worse than New Zealand actually, if not the worst in the world. Why? Because our women walk around with their knees, shoulders, and in certain clubs, tits, proudly show it. We laugh and celebrate life, they celebrate death. They believe in an angry stepdad God who punishes, and they hate the Bible. The true book of God really pisses some people off, man. And I dig that. Hate crimes, like the so-called hate crime in Orlando, was fake. Hate crimes are fake as fuck. At least 80% of them. I know. Not a popular opinion, but guess what? I'm not mainstream. Meanwhile, what's happening there? Here in the USA, we got these rich celebrity jerk-offs that are lying and bribing for their kids who can afford it, mind you. And they're sneaking around, taking pics off Google, and photoshopping those dumbass kid faces that they find over their actual dumbass kids' face. And these moron deans are smiling, fingers crossed behind their back, saying, oh yeah, we got you. So, I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Mama always used to tell me, be honest, Cowman. And if you lie to make progress. But most of all, whatever you do, don't lie to yourself. And if you make fast stacks, just flaunt him. Who told you to drink this soda? Who told you that this was a good tasting beverage? Was it society? Don't listen to anyone. Don't trust your government. Rise up. Don't drink this. Drink this. Don't drink this. Revolt Cola. Loyal listeners will remember our conspiracy segment. Well, we've turned it up to boiling, and now it's called the mad cow disease. You may be aware of such things as the Illuminati, reptilian beings, fabled charges of sexual misconduct against Led Zeppelin, but you've never had your boobs blown out of proportion from anything like from what you are about to hear now. The First Lady of this here United States, the wife of our President Donald Trump, Melania, is a shapeshifter who has been behind all the government's lies. Do you remember, I don't know, Hillary? Well, how about you do yourself a favor and think of Melania Trump? That's right. One and the same. What this means is that unless we can jumpstart the rapture, it's almost game over for us all. And I, for one, won't go quietly into the night. Listen, Obama was a time traveler. This is obvious to those of us who have eyes and have seen him in dated photographs with the cell phone like an idiot. If you go back in time, don't bring modern stuff. You're just asking to get boned by us truth seekers. All I'm saying is, time travel like MJ Fox, you dummies. Great Scott, it's a no-brainer. Guess what? This has all been just a warm-up for the shocker. There is, as I've been saying all along, a gay mafia that runs Hollywood and removes American film heroes with lies and accusations, and who ruin the careers of people who say the wrong things sometimes about stuff that just isn't a big deal. You want to know why House of Cards has a new lead actress who's a woman? Gay mafia. So I'm gonna make the straight mafia. Watch out, queers. I'm a ninja. You're not a ninja. I'm a ninja.
Casey was a good girl. She always did the things that she was told.
I have a good friend of mine. We've known each other, what? 5, 6 years? Right.
What?
Yeah, we met at a Trump rally. And he was one of the best football players ever. Won MVP back in '76. Won the Iron Bowl 3 times in a row. Broke his knee. Both hands. Rib cage during the fourth quarter of the '74 championship game. And just kept on playing. Winning it in the last seconds. Otto Brumback. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Thank you for having me, Brian. It's a good time.
So, people are surprised when I tell them that big boy Otto Brumback is a Trump supporter.
Yeah. That's why this country is #1. Because now is the time to rise up. Make the play.
So, back in the day, you backed Reagan, really before anyone had any political interest in him. And you were the first big name to endorse him.
Well, I was big boy, you know.
Right. Yeah. Well, I remember watching those games and watching you plow through those 290-pound defenders every Sunday right after church, and it inspired me.
Oh, what? You some dumbass kid looking to become a football star or something?
No, I mean I played high school ball, but coach said I was a dingus and I was no good.
Who is coach?
Coach Jack Schroeder-Dick.
Who are you? Where am I? What's going on?
Yeah, good one.
Look, punk, I killed too many Viet Cong. I'll beat your brains in if you don't tell me who you are right now.
Okay, I'm Cowman and the Cowman. Can we get someone to come
Oh, who are you?
Thank you very much.
No. Oh, I mean that you kid. Oh, it's big. For it then, Bob can go for it. Oh, God.
That was Otto, big boy Brumback. He rushed for 200 yards in 1 quarter. 200 total touchdowns in 20 years of real football. The kind where defensive players could actually hit someone. The kind where the player made the game, not the owner. Where the fans practically stood on the sidelines with the players. And the players weren't billionaires that threw their money at gold teeth and rims. Restrictions ruined sports like NASCAR. Remember when NASCAR drivers could really drive? I mean really drive? Like I bet Dale Earnhardt was probably thinking, I wish I was going faster. Just before he reamed into that wall, fatally killing him. And nowadays, women are involved, and it just confuses me. And to avoid the headache, I won't go into the deets. But I think I'll end on this note. I want you to really think about this one now. What about tomorrow?
The Real Deal Podcast, where I, John Deal, interview celebs and ask them the real questions, such as, who's your celebrity crush? Who's the messiest person you know? Do you like pickles? Where's the stinkiest place you've been to? The Real Deal Podcast, where I, John Deal, interview celebs and ask them the real questions. Coming soon.
Because you have a bitter end.
Yeah.
When my mind is gone and I see and hear your face, I try to think about the hate that you gave to me. I don't quite just know how to say this.
Sing it. Oh yeah. I bet you didn't think they could strip down and unplug. And for our final thoughts of this season, I just want to thank my crew, Candy, POP, all the guests who have been on my show, and my friends and listeners out there. I got some advice for you. Let the music flow, let the joint burn, let the wheel go, and let the past lead you where it may. Because, brother, nothing in this world's guaranteed except what the Lord has in store for you. Is that my son, Calf Boy?
Hey, so I got evicted, so I quit my job, and I'm gonna come here and do the show with you.
You think things just come handed down on a plate?
Yeah.
You think I didn't get everything I have now by ripping it out with my teeth?
Nah.
And I'm not gonna do that for you.
Who's the lady in the hallway? Are you banging her?
You treat her with respect. She's your soon-to-be mother-in-law.
Well, I won't call her mom.
You'll call her mom.
No, I won't.
You will.
No, I won't.
Call her mom, or I'll wail on you like an Asian.
Whatever, Cowman.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You call me Dad.
Won't call you.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Oh no.
Who's the weirdo? He smells like poop.
Yeah, that's his name. He calls himself that.
Funny story. I got that name in a dream. Thank God I wrote it down.
Well, that's all for this edition of the Country Slaughterhouse. This is your Cowman signing off. Chill out, Chicago.
I need money.
Moo. No, I'm not gonna give you money. What am I? I'm not an ATM. I'm not your mom. Alright? I haven't sucked 2,000 dicks. That's not fair for anyone.
Oh yeah, come on now, alright, easy, doing alright. Do